What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving me your views, giving me your attention, giving me your ear. I do believe I have important things to say. I do believe I have necessary, relevant things to say. And I really appreciate that some of you deem it so. Thank you. Today's just a bit sentimental. Don't really have much to say, but this is something that is becoming more and more important to me every day. And I think that it's something that more people need to take to the heart, need to understand better, and need to live it more. I think daily we're being told to be grown up and to be independent and to go out and be on our own in the world. And all that sounds nice. It is great to have your own space and just to be on your own. But by my assessment, by the way, I'm at home. My family members in on could just knock any moment. So if that happens, please, I'm sorry for that. Please bear with me. As nice as it is to have your own place, be in your own space and all that, it's I think as human beings we aren't necessarily, and I don't have the evidence or the stats or whatever to support any of this. It's just something that I'm coming to understand or learn. That I don't think we are solitary beings. Well, that I know for a fact we are not solitary beings, and us being on our own in certain places far from where we come from may not be the natural desire for all of us. I think that as an option, it's fine, it works, but I think that for that to be what is pushed is very much capitalist driven. And I think that it's a big part of what has pushed humanity to be in the state that it is. There's so much negativity, there's so much hate, there's so much isolation that exists. We don't greet in the streets, if you out in the suburbs, out in the cities. You don't greet people. Even here I'm in the rural areas now, and you see that sort of social aspect is starting to drift away. You see it among the elders, but like with the young ones, you see that it's starting to drift away, which means a future is one in which people aren't really held together. The fabric of society is deteriorating, as it were. And I'm not happy about that. I don't like that. I don't want to live in a community where we're just individual beings in a space. I'd like to live in a community where we are a community. I'd like to live in a space where I'm surrounded by families, where everyone becomes my extended family because they understand that we know this guy. He's from here. We know his kids, we know his brothers, his sisters, his family, everyone. We are going to do what we can to take care of him and protect his family because he also does that for us and our family. And that's what I envision for, especially for South Africa, for this place I come from, for the world, in fact. But every day, the capitalist system is pushing us to be independent because if I have my own house, my sister has their own house, and they have it, everyone has their own stuff. That's that much more money that has to be spent in keeping each of those. But if we're building a place where all of us can stay together, we get to pool those resources and be able to live under one roof, from the same pot, and so on and so on. It becomes much better. If I have to go out somewhere, I don't need to get a babysitter. My people are here with me. If my neighbors can just bring their kids. If my neighbor's kid is here alone and their parents are not home for whatever reason, there's other people in their home to take care of them. And if there's no one there, there's us. Hey, we see you can't get into your house. Your mother's not here. Your father's not here. Whatever. Come, we'll wait for them here. Let's find some clothes for you to wear. Here's some food. Take a bath. Because that's what community means. That's what being in a society is. And I just feel like we're losing that. And I just like to implore that we reconsider, we think about it and think about the mess that we keep on getting into by moving away from our homes, going to cities, trying to share the little resources that are given to the most of us. I mean, I understand the dream looks amazing, the dream looks grand. But if you look at the statistics suggest that the dream is only going to be attainable by very few people. So most people are just going to be stuck fighting, killing, robbing, hating, cursing, and it's just not going to go away. And sometimes you do start living the dream, but then the people back there start to come for you and bring you down, whatever the case may be. I, for one, think that we should rethink that. We should reconsider what is important, reconsider our values, start to actually understand what really it is to be human. What is the importance of a life? What is the importance of the person that you see on the street compared to the numbers that you see in your bank account, the numbers that you see on your social media, the ones that are following you, the ones, the hearts, the number of hearts, the number the heart button has been clicked, the number of times your video has been viewed, the number of times your picture has been liked, the number of comments you have. And then at the end of the day, you get comments from people who are just gonna say negative things, and then you go and you murder yourself, suicide, get depressed. And I ask, is that how we envision our future? Is that where we're going? Because if we're pulling resources and we're figuring out solutions, we're creating solutions that are going to benefit all of us. Think about the people who've gone on to achieve great qualifications, gone on to achieve the highest honors from whatever university in the world. How much have they done to come back where they come from? How much have they done that benefits the family, that benefits society? How much? Because you're doing that, you're just exporting resources. We're literally planting seeds, raising children, and taking them out to benefit the rest of the world. Sure, they'll probably build their mother a house, they'll probably build their dad a house, and all that stuff, but the community as a whole is not better off for it. Because then your mother has a big house, but then her neighbors, her friends, and all these people have small houses. And now they hate on her. And now she feels scared because she feels like she's a target now because everyone around is looking at her house, looking at her nice whatever stuff you probably have inside there that you probably bought for her because the house is big. There's probably a big television in there. And society becomes, her home becomes unsafe. It starts to feel scary. Women, children are scared to be in homes alone because that's the sort of environment that we've created. And we think, yeah, no, this is how it should be. I should go and then I should build my own big house. But you don't realize the tension that it creates with the neighbors, with people around it. Look at the crime rates. Yes, people don't have jobs, people don't have money, people are hungry, so they come to steal from those people who do have those things. But why is that the case? There's land, there is some land. Where I am, there's quite a lot of land. People can plant some of the food that they can probably use to eat. But we want more, isn't it? We always want to have more. I don't just want to survive, I want to flourish. But the numbers don't allow for that. The systems, the capitalist system does not allow for everyone to flourish. And that's one thing that people just don't understand. People don't even know what a capitalist system is. And I think that we keep on perpetuating it. Of course, a lot of us without realizing it. But that is the big mistake that we as human beings are doing. And I think we need to start to teach ourselves and start to learn and start to imagine different possibilities, different realities. Start to consider them. Start to think about teaching our young ones differently. Start teaching them about desiring differently. Start teaching them about building differently, building a different future. Humanity is the most important thing. Humanity is the key factor on this planet. Humanity is the key factor for life. Everything else is a distraction. Big houses, big cars, lots of money. It's all a distraction from that, because the moment that we forget about humanity and only focus on getting those things, that's when the capitalist guys, the monopoly capital they're called, that's when they flourish the most. But when humanity reigns supreme, that's when all of humanity flourishes the most. So my question is, do you want to flourish as an individual? 5 out of 100 chance, even though that's probably can probably bring that down to 1 out of 20. It's probably less chance than that. You have a very small chance of being the guy who flourishes more than everyone, because it's called the top 10% or top 1% for a reason, because it's less than 1% of the people who are there. So it's 1 out of 100. Is that what you want to strive for? Or do you want to strive for a world in which all of us are living in peace and harmony? Of course, that utopia is probably not possible. I believe it is, but I feel it's very improbable because a lot of people just want things to work a different way. There's a lot of greed that pushes the world, that directs where we should go as a world, as a planet, as a people. But I think that in small pockets and small packets, we can perhaps arrange and organize to live in a certain way that does not alienate other people. It does not make me seem bigger than others, but in fact, it recognizes the humanity of each and every person. That we then flourish and grow as a society. Of course, we'll have problems. Of course, we'll have issues, but then we'll solve them as human beings, as a society, as a family. So my point here and my message, I guess, is get close to your family. Get back close to your family if that's the case. Start to build that bond. It's very important. Just like I said, I'm home. I just came to visit. Only had a weekend. I have a niece that I've never seen. I've only got to meet her now. Only met her on Friday, which is 2 days ago. What I feel inside is immeasurable. Being around these people. Yesterday we had a braai for a little girl whose birthday it was. Just being with these people, it means more to me than anything I've ever gotten in my life. All the money I've ever had, cars I've ever driven, car I've had, apartments I've had. It's it doesn't come close to what I feel with these people. Being here in this place, it feels real. It feels real. It feels like it's mine. It feels like this is where I belong. And I really feel like more of us can feel the same way if we only understood that everything else is a distraction. But humanity is the key. And I hope that we get that. I hope that we understand that. And I hope that we start moving towards that direction. Thank you once again for watching. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your attention. I appreciate you listening to me, and I appreciate the subscription. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate everything. I really hope that I'm adding a lot of value. I'm adding valuable value. English didn't disappoint me today. How nice is that? Have a lovely weekend. Well, have a lovely week. Just have a lovely life.